Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. And today we're covering the Grand Admiral Thrawn Mythic Event and the final bonus tier of that event. Once you unlock Grand Admiral Thrawn at 7 stars, the event comes back at the same time that new people can earn him. Those that have him can go for the Mythic Event, which is a chance to earn additional rewards. We've seen this with a couple of characters now, and Grand Admiral Thrawn gets his version as well. So the first wave of this battle is the same as the 7-star Unlock Thrawn battle. You just get to repeat it with your Phoenix Squad to get additional bonus rewards. Tier 2 is a free-for-all. You get to use any team you want to take on the same battle you just beat, so you should be able to beat it again. But the bonus tier is where things get interesting. Basically, the script flips. So instead of using Phoenix Squad to take on Thrawn, you use the Thrawn that you've unlocked, plus Empire characters to take on the Phoenix Squad. And these teams that you face in this bonus tier of the Mythic events, they're crazy, crazy powerful, and they also get this bonus of starting with 100% turn meter. And I'm going to get to the battle in a minute, but just 1 second to go on my rant here. I really hate that design choice. Basically, it leads to the start of every battle being a sit and watch until the enemy team takes its 10 turns, and you finally get to decide whether you can go or not. And whether you continue your run is going to depend on how the randomness of those 10 turns that the enemy took shake out. So it just leads to this stupid waste of time where, okay, I hit battle, and then I sit and wait for a minute and a half while all the guys do their different attacks, and then I look at the carnage and see, did they take out one guy? Did they take out 2 guys? Am I in the fight? Can I continue? Nope, restart, and then sit and wait for the whole thing to play out again. So I get that this is a challenge. I get that the enemy team you're facing should be powerful. All that is fine, but the fake 100% turn meter for the full enemy team, I don't know. I really, really don't like it as a mechanic in the game. But rant over. Let's get to what I did to complete this. I used kind of an interesting team, and I tried a couple of different lineups at first. My Empire squad has a couple of good characters. I do have a G12 Vader, Emperor Palpatine, and Grand Admiral Thrawn. They are part of my arena team, so they have very good mods, and they are Gear 12. They don't have the extra Gear 12 Plus pieces, but they do have some of the regular Gear 12 pieces that have been out for a while now. I then also used Shoretrooper, who's at Gear 10, and my Probe Droid, who is not that well geared. I think it's Gear 9. I'll have all the stats for the characters that I used up on the screen at the end of the video. You'll be able to see. But again, I tried this with a couple of different lineups. I tried Death Trooper instead of the Probe Droid. I tried all troopers to get some turn meter going, a couple of different ways, and nothing worked. This, I thought, was my best chance because if I could get Probe Droid to A, strip buffs from the enemy, and then B, blow up one of the enemy and take them out, that would give me an advantage early on in the battle. And it took a lot of restarting. The footage that I recorded to go after this battle was about 17.5 minutes in before I started the run that actually led to the successful completion of this mission. So a lot of starting and stopping, a lot of team compositions trying to figure out. But at the end of the day, this is the team that was able to get it done. So I'm going to have the footage now. We'll start it. The beginning of the battle will play through here, and as you can see, at the start of the battle, it's just the enemy gets to take all their turns. You are against the full Phoenix squad. It's all 6 members, and a bunch of the times, they just wiped out 1 or 2 of my characters before I even got to take a turn, and of course, those needed to be restarted. But what I was planning to do with this team was, if I could make it into the battle with Probe Droid alive, then I would look to destruct one of the enemy team. Now, Kanan has a ton of health. I did self-destruct him once when he had a little bit of protection left and then just his health, and I wasn't able to kill him with the Probe Droid self-detonation. That damage does 99,000 damage, and Kanan apparently has more health and protection than that because he survived that hit in one of the runs. So Kanan is a decent target to take out if you can because he has a taunt and if you get stuck behind him, you could be in trouble. But even better than that is to try and take out Ezra, probably the primary damage dealer. Sabine is deadly as well. But for me, I actually get the opportunity in this run to use Grand Admiral Thrawn's Fracture to take down Kanan's taunt, which leaves Ezra exposed for my my self-detonation attack. Now again, this is really random, and it's really hard to figure out how this is going to play out. Chopper can taunt, so he might taunt as well. But I got the right order. Things went well, again, after many restarts, where Kanan had his taunt up. I fractured him to get it down. I got a nice 5-character stun with Emperor Palpatine. Again, lucky. And now I've got Probe Droid here. And the decision is going to be, do I use the scan to remove the buffs, and then still will Probe Droid survive to get the detonation off? Or do I just send Probe Droid in, blow up Ezra, count that as a win to get that one character down, and then move on? And I do that. A couple of times I tried to get greedy, go for the target lock, the removal of the buffs, and then on the next turn for Probe Droid, I would go for the detonation, and Probe Droid never made it there. There's too much big damage out there that can take him out quickly at the gear level that I have him at. If you have a strong Probe Droid, bring it. It'll be useful in this fight. Mine is still a work in progress. So after that, we got a nice saber throw from Vader. We were able to take out Sabine, and things are going very well. But it's 4-on-4, and this is by no means a lock. I had a couple of other really good starts where I was in a similar position, and I thought I had the battle wrapped up. And then 30 seconds later, it turned out that that was not the case, and I was going to be losing. Things to watch out for. Hera can place the revive buff on one of the enemies. So in one of these, picture the Vader saber throw leaving Sabine on 2% health, and then Hera going next and putting the revive buff on her. Well, then if I kill Sabine, it just brings her back at a significant portion of health, and she's back in the fight. And that's what happened, and that run was a bust. So keeping the stuns, having Emperor Palpatine get shock on enemies is good, because that prevents buffs like taunt and some things along those lines. It will not prevent Hera's revive buff, of course. Then using Vader, his Force Crush is really good because it cannot be countered. Normally AoE is very dangerous against this team because they have a ton of counterattack potential. So if you do a stun with Emperor Palpatine and you miss the stun on a lot of those characters, well, be prepared for Palpatine to get knocked out and not take a lot of damage, because counterattacks are frequent from the Phoenix team. So again, we're just trying to control here. We get Hera eliminated, which is a good piece to remove because she can call assist, she can expose, she can help with the unique spreading within the Phoenix team. And now I think things are in a pretty good shape. Chopper is very low. We want to get him out next, but we're stuck behind a little taunt here. So we'll go for Force Crush, and I was hoping to follow it up with a saber throw, but we didn't get any turn meter gain. Again, this is not an Emperor Palpatine lead. You are forced to use Grand Admiral Thrawn as your leader for this battle. So things are moving a little bit slower here. We end up losing the Emperor, but we do get Chopper out with Vader, and so now it's a 2-on-1 fight. And even here, I thought I was in good shape, but it looks like it's going to take a while. Zeb is crazy at regenerating health and protection during this fight. So it does take a while. I eventually here just speed things up to get it going. It does look like I have enough because Thrawn can fracture, and because he can regenerate protection on Vader. I am able to stabilize, get my guys into a good location, and Zeb alone doesn't have enough damage to take out both of these guys. So it looks like I'm going to get this going. I use another fracture, and at this point I think I very quickly put it on auto to let these guys play through here, and it looks like I'm going to get it done, but I didn't know how long it was going to take with all that regenning protection and health. But not too long with the fractures, thankfully, and all those Force Crushes and saber throws. We do eventually ramp up the damage, 40k crit on the end there to take out Zeb and get ourselves a victory. So wow, that was really difficult. Again, 3 Gear 12 characters with arena mods and good arena mods. I'm cracking the top 10 in my arena shard, and then thrown in a taunting tank. Again, not great in terms of a taunting tank. If you've got a more powerful Shoretrooper, you'll be in better shape. He's good to absorb those hits early on and can also heal if you manage to survive that early wave. And then I brought Probe Droid to try and get an early elimination on Ezra, and that worked out. But lots of other choices out there. Again, you know your team composition, know who you've got, but know you need to be packing some big guns to take this mission on and complete it successfully, because it is a tough one. So hopefully you guys found this useful. If you did, feel free to leave a comment, and also let me know what you think about the mechanic of how these fights are set up. Do you like the crazy challenge? Do you like that the enemy team gets to have those advanced turns and you just got to take it on the chops and wait for your luck to pan out? Do you have ideas on how they could do things differently? Let me know in the comments below. I would be happy to see what you guys think about this kind of setup. So with all that said, thank you for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next time.